get started. Could everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag is right over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and next we are going to call the meeting to order. We have some folks online and we have some folks in the room, so things will be done via roll call. So we'll do that.
All righty, so board members, am I live, Diane? Am I good with my microphone? Okay. So board members, if you would please stay here so that we can hear each other and hear anyone that's online as well. Wendy.
Here.
Kristen.
Here.
David G.
Here.
Annie.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Christine had told us she would be absent. Leslie.
Here.
Patricia.
Here.
Rebecca.
Here.
Sean.
Here.
Brian.
Here.
Kelty had told us she would be absent, and I believe David Twitchell is online.
Here.
Oh, we got him, excellent.
Hey, David.
Abigail
Here.
and Wyatt is not here today. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, well, it's awesome to have so many folks here, so many students here to recognize them tonight. So what we are going to do is myself and Rebecca, the vice chair, are going to come up to the mic. We're going to go through an order here, as orderly as we can with everyone kind of around. And then as you get your award, if you could come up here, we're going to do one big picture. We're going to try to do one big picture at the end. We'll see how it works out. So here we go. So as I said, there's a lot of students going to be honored tonight. If I apologize, if I mess up any name, I did practice, but everyone, as I learned, I traveled the state, people say names different. So this is exciting to have so many of you here. So the first awards we're going to do, and these certificates, we apologize, you will get them, but somewhere in me signing them and Jay signing them, they got misplaced this morning. So we apologize on the first three. So it's for the seal of, this is pretty impressive, the seal of biliteracy, and they're all in Spanish, in Spanish, Christian Dunlap. Start lining up right by Jay. Good work. We will get you your, again, our apologies. Sadie Faulkner. Ryder Mishu. Now we're going to move along. It was a nice graduation. Yeah, it was last night. I did watch some of it online. It was great, but we're going to do the top 10 scholars. Abigail Allen. Elsa Bergdell. Mila Bucher. They're probably off enjoying their grads. Brandon Chilton. Christian Dunlap, you get another one. Yes, good work. Worked hard. Cassidy McCormick. Margaret Morrell. Lily Mushlet. Cassidy Timms. Haley Wassner. Those are our top 10, so good work, everybody, and good luck. Now we're moving on to National Honor Society new inductees. So Jonathan Bell. All right, Phoebe Bell. Celia Bergdahl. Jack Crosby. Emerson Davis. Walker Dumas. Devin Elizon. Gracie Farrell. Charles Fegan. Nicholas Harper. Chase Knight. Jeffrey Lemieux. Avery Lyko. Taylor McBurney. Jacob McLaughlin. Kate Parker. Emma Rosner. Sawyer Rooney. Hannah Sniffen. Amy Roberts. Alex Stewart. Grace Tweedy. Olivia Whitcomb. And the last one in this category is Molly Woodford. Good work to all those folks who made National Honor Society. Now we're moving on to the National Technical Honor Society, CATSI Plumbing and Heating, and we had one student make it in that, and that was Owen Dunn. Now we're going to move on to music, All-State Music Festival. Brayton Batchelor. Silas Bartol. Josie Charlin. Christian, you can come back. Good work. You're going to be missed. Tyreson Legacy. Tristan, sorry. Hannah McAdam. Cassidy McCormick. Josephine Walker. Maya Montagna. Good work. Sorry. So great work. A lot of great folks in music in the district, in middle school and high school, going to some great concerts. Okay, now we're moving on to middle school. We're going to move on to middle school high honors. So we're going to start with Lucy Correll. Lydia Garofalo. And these students were on high honors all 3 years. Sorry, I wanted to clarify that note. All 3 years, so pretty impressive. Joshua Herzing. Caroline Harper. Bea Jaris. Ramona Sealsbury. Gabriel Sniffen. Henry Tarbuck. Max Thomasone. Audrey Tucker. Gavin Turner. Kate Walters. Lily Webb. So these next students we're going to recognize were on the honor roll for all 3 years. So Maddie Bailey. Chloe Baker. Zachary Cornyn. Nathan Dumlin. Matthew Cullen. Jaden Emmons. Logan Farnham. Wyatt Farrington. Josephine Flannery. Charlie Gilmat. Gavin Hatch. Alex LaBelle. Mika McDonald. Kai Marku. Okay, there we go. Megan Parker. Annalise Roderick. Jonathan Rose Culp. Lydia Stevenson. William Watson. Scarlett Winter. Yep, okay. Student representatives to the RSU 38 Middle School, we have Lucy Correll and Audrey Yes, thank you. Your reports were wonderful. Did a great job. Thank you. And then the student school board members were Abigail Allen and Wyatt Stevenson. And I just want to say about Abigail and Wyatt, they were never afraid to voice their opinion, being seniors in high school, with your teachers, your principals, school board members. When they were asked, they always spoke up and often very helpful to add another perspective. So I personally, as chair, I know Wyatt's not here, but hopefully he listens. I want to thank you both, because that takes some courage. Thank you. Thank you, parents. Thank you, students, for all coming. I think one thing that's very impressive to me is I go to a lot of things, and a lot of these students in this room participate in many different things, but still achieve high honors and success. So you should be very proud. We're going to do a quick photo, and then folks can stay for an exciting board meeting or go about this nice July day, or well, June day.
Board members, can I get you guys to go to the center chairs?
You want to sit in, Jim?
Happy to have shit or happy to have see somebody. I'll just spin down my hair. Yes, see?
Everyone's good? We're good? All right, okay. All right, I think we're good, guys. Thanks and good luck.
Nice job!
Oh my god. What would Ethan be?
Teeny tiny in your Facebook memories, like just with Mrs. Tripp being like,
Okay, we did it. All right, we're gonna call the meeting back to order. It's a little quieter and a little less people, but that was super exciting. Next up, we have the student representatives reports. Do we have any
Not
here?
tonight?
No, I think they got their awards and called it a night too.
Vapor trail.
I know there's a lot of cool field trips happening because I hear about them often. I see students who are super excited. Can't remember where one said they were today, maybe Old Orchard, I don't know. But I ran into a student, I may have been getting an ice cream and they told me how excited they were about their field trip, so. All right, then next up, we're gonna do presentations, review of the 2023, 2024 ESEA and proposed 2024, 2025 ESEA grant projects.
And we'll invite up Dr. Karen Smith to do that presentation. And I know there will be a presentation on the projector as well. Oh, I think we did miss citizen comments. Can we do it after?
Yeah, so my apologies. We're gonna let Karen go, then we'll do citizens' comments. I did not mean to skip over that. That is my apologies.
Right, welcome. Can everyone hear me? Okay. So this will be just a brief presentation. I will go over the FY24 Every Student Succeeds Act, the ESEA funding report, which is included in a full in your packet materials. ESEA is a federal law that provides supplemental funding to support student achievement, especially for disadvantaged students. For the 2023-2024 school year, we set forth ESEA goals around math achievement, literacy achievement, attendance, and using data teams for our multi-tiered system of supports, or MTSS process. While we made progress toward our math and literacy goals, we did not fully meet the ambitious growth and achievement targets we had hoped for, but our attendance rate increased slightly, but did fall short of our 95% goal. We did successfully implement our MTSS data team process across the schools in the district. We did make progress in other ways, and I will have a full report for the board on all other assessment data in the fall. We'll review this assessment data as our administrative A-team workshops over the summer to help set our goals for the 24-25 school year, including using the main through-year assessment data, our science assessment data, Acadience data, our chronically absent data that we first started collecting this year, so we now have a full year of a baseline on that, and so forth. As detailed in the report, our ESEA title funding supported several important projects this year. One thing to note is that 80%, or 80.2% to be exact, of these funds are spent on our literacy and math support positions in across our 4 elementary schools. We did spend money on funds on our family engagement activities. We're amping up those activities. Every year we've done a little bit more. This year we did a curriculum night in October. We did a family game night in February. We just had a Title I parent meeting breakfast at all 4 elementary schools on Monday. We will have meet and greet in August, and an annual meeting in September in the evening to support parents' engagement in our Title I schools, and so forth. We do have a family engagement committee that meets over the summer to help establish those activities and events over the course of the year. Our professional development funds were spent on a variety of activities that are presented in the report, but some of them are curriculum activities. supporting people doing, the SACs doing curriculum work, academic assessment workshops, the letters literacy course. We have 32 staff at the elementary levels participating in the letters course, which is a gold standard professional development course on literacy. So 32, including principals, ed techs, teachers, literacy interventionists, all participating in that. Some are still working through it. Many have finished and actually were able to get 6 graduate credits for taking this very rigorous course. Some folks have completed both volumes of the letters course, which is over the course of the past 2 years, and actually have earned 12 graduate credits for that work. We have our Title V funds that support the professional development that I just talked about, but it also supports 68% of our literacy specialist position at our non-Title I school, which is Manchester. And then in each of the other elementary schools, in Reedfield, we use Title I funds to support 62% of the salary for 92% of the salary for the literacy specialist at Reedfield, which is our targeted assistant school. And then in our school-wide Title I schools, it supports 62% of the math interventionists at Mount Vernon and 20% in Wayne. So our proposed projects for next year, again, 80% of these funds go towards those positions that I just mentioned. So we'll continue to support those. It also will work on expanding our family engagement scope to also include to district-wide and ensuring we're also including pre-K. And then again, professional development priorities, curriculum work. We have several teams that have submitted for summer curriculum work that will support our Family Engagement Committee training on Acadience assessments, Dreambox, math, our math curriculum, our literacy curriculum, receiving professional development, and also professional development on executive functioning, just to name a few. These are the projection, or this is what we have received for funding, over the last several years for our ESEA allocations. As you can see, there's been a steady decline in what we get every year. We brought this up last year. This funding formula is primarily based on our disadvantaged students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds and how we report that. We've discussed this at this level, at the board level before, on how we've used that free and reduced lunch status as our indicator. As you know, across the country, that's how it's used. But now that Maine pays for all lunches, and getting parents to complete the forms has been a challenge. We've implemented several strategies to address that, but that is one reason why our funding has gone down. I linked in the report, when the electronic version is posted online, a really good article to an explanation on how this funding works and how they allocate funds. So if you want to learn more about that, I strongly encourage you to read that. So I am accepting feedback until June 18th. So taking your time to read through the report. And if you have any questions or feedback, please reach out to me so I can help answer your questions or receive your feedback. We'll be, again, using this information to help inform our, when I write the application, the FY25 application, which is due August 1st. And again, when we set goals as an administrative team based on all of our data that we will review from this past school year. If you have any quick questions, I can answer them, but you can also, again, send me any questions or reach out to me. Yes?
Just a quick question. Is the free and reduced lunch questionnaire the barometer going forward for whether or not there is sufficient funding? It sounds like that's what it's been, and that's what it is. Is there any sort of push underway to have any sort of other measurement other than that, since there is trouble with participation?
Yes, and the DOE is working on that, and we have some strategies set up, but they are fully aware and working on it, yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I would just say again before Karen steps down that please review this. There's a lot of information there. Questions can go directly to Karen just for expediency's sake here. And Karen will be looking for them and get you guys answers. Any feedback, questions, comments, we really need that. Again, we have to show that we made a good faith effort to get this material out, so we welcome questions at any point along the way. So please reach out if you have any questions at all. There is a lot of data there, so we understand that it may be difficult to do that right at this meeting, but again, just reach out. Higher? Better? Test one. Test one. Test two. Test three.
You want to use that?
Want me to use? Now we're getting feedback. Test 1, 2, 3. Better? Okay, I'll use Mike. Sorry about that.
Alrighty, so now we're gonna go back to the citizens' comments. Just as a reminder, I usually say this at the start, but since we had a big crew, we're keeping it to 3 minutes, please. Mr. Holman, Mount Vernon.
Thank you all. Thank you for this opportunity. I have taught at our middle school for 23 years. I'm a proud parent of 2 K through 12 Moranica grads. I am here reluctantly to bring awareness to the board of some barriers to communication and teamwork. The board has a stated goal of staff retention and increased staff morale. Surveys help assess
Mr.
those.
Holman, can you, I can't hear him really.
Oh,
I
I can
can't hear you.
get closer.
I
Is
want to
that-
make sure I hear you.
Super,
I
okay.
can't.
So if I can grab that last 15 seconds back.
Yeah, you can. I honestly can't hear.
The board has a stated goal of staff retention and increased staff morale. Surveys help assess these goals. Staff have asked for a way to express concerns anonymously. Some staff feel they cannot speak openly without retaliation. Last year, the district put out 2 staff surveys with no options for comments. The results summarized were released this winter. Both the district surveys pulled results and homogenized them, meaning summaries did not give clarity to the issues our schools face. The staff kept asking for a true survey. After much delay, our union put one out this winter. Results came back in early February. Our union used AI to summarize the data out of fear of retaliation against individuals. Staff wanted the survey out and shared months earlier. Every possible delay seemed to happen. The result of this union survey was strikingly different from the other 2. With specificity, the data showed how much our staff respect and appreciate their coworkers and their principals. However, across all grade levels, concerns were raised about upper administration. Our union's goal was to give a voice to staff concerns and to promote problem solving. Wishing to work together, our union first shared the data with the superintendent and school board chair and asked them to share it with the full board. They did not. After 6 weeks, on May 3rd, our union leadership wrote to your board leadership asking them to immediately release the board survey results. That data has still not been shared. Instead, our union has been threatened by the administration with legal action if it shares the survey. It's noteworthy that, having had the survey for months, there's been no action on the concerns, only to keep them buried. All year long, the staff and union has been asking for a way to voice their concerns. Through delays and now threats, what should have been completed and shared as a tool for improvement in the fall is still suppressed. This is not the district's data. It is valuable to all of us who care about our district. Sadly, this pattern of repression of honest feedback, sadly, there seems to be a pattern to this repression of honest feedback. Data is not tracked, but our presidents, union presidents, have said that level and intensity of disciplinary action and threats to staff and communication with others is far higher than it has ever been. The staff I know expect to be punished if they speak out, and sadly, that has happened repeatedly. I was threatened this season with legal action for a sentence in a parent newsletter saying the district cannot
This
support us with
needs to
busing.
stop now. This is a personnel issue, and if you have an issue, you can reach out to the superintendent's office. We know who you're directing. This is illegal.
I will stop. I respectfully disagree. Thank you very much.
All right, seeing no more citizens' comments, we will move forward. Additions, adjustments to the agenda by the Board of Superintendent.
I just have a comment.
Yes, give me,
I just wanted to let everyone know that I attended the trucking competition that our students had. I shared the photos with Steve and with Jay, and they did a wonderful job. And I was very proud of the program and the students that participated. They brought home trophies. I think there was help me out here, second in first place in the team award. So they did great, and it was super cool to watch that.
nice. If they want a job, I've been on the road a lot. I know a lot of trucking companies that will hire them
We'll
in a
hire
heartbeat.
him first, so just see me after.
Yeah, Brian. So, no, thank you for sharing that. That is awesome stuff. Adjustments to the agenda by the board or superintendent. Yeah, I have one item in Mr. Searoyce's update. It was talking about $500, sorry, I can't find it, I sent it to Jay, about $500 to teachers, and I had some parent concerns that there wasn't, I heard concerns, we'll leave it at that there wasn't enough money to go around for teachers, and I wanted to clear that up publicly, because that's how I like to handle things. I'll make it very clear as board chair, I'm not hiding anything from anyone. Thank you.
So we would make that 9J on the agenda.
All right, so we are going to start with A, reports. If anyone has any questions or anything, or highlights. I guess I'll just add, we had the middle school track meet for the capital area region here. There was many students, cars were parked past the weather vane, boat. Our school was on display. It was really cool. We had some great athletes. I think the boys finished first. The girls did really well. There was some first and second place, third place for all the Hammer and Cook. It was pretty exciting. People were impressed with how it's ran. Only thing I heard is wish we had bigger parking lots. So it was really awesome to see our students on display. I know I was very proud. One was my daughter, and but it was see the excitement. So I know it wasn't in the reports, but there's a lot of awesome things happening, and I'm going to keep iterating that. Next we have, where are we next? Committees, communications. Anyone have any updates? Policy. Okay, we're going to move on to District Certification Committee Annual Report. Is that just, do we have any? Yep. Is that just, or? Okay, it's in the packet, all right. So, all right, well, I just want to make sure some of these, sometimes they have explanation. And then I guess the last one. Anyone have anything on any of those items before we move on? Awesome. Great work, everybody. All right, next for action, discussion, information. Approval of the minutes of May 1, 2024.
I move we approve the minutes of May 1st, 2024, regular meeting.
Second?
All right, having been moved and seconded, discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'll call for a vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G.
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Abstention.
Christine is absent today. Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
I abstain too.
David T. is online.
Yes.
Gotcha. Abigail?
Yes.
It passes with one abstention.
Two abstentions.
Or two abstentions, thank you.
All right, moving right along. Approval of minutes of the May 8th, 2024 annual meeting.
I move to accept the minutes of the May 8th annual meeting.
Second.
Haven't been moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'll call for a vote.
Wendy?
Yes.
Kristen?
Yes.
David G?
Yes.
Annie?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Patricia?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Sean?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
David T?
Yes.
And Abigail?
Yes.
Passes unanimously.
All righty, we're acceptance of resignations effective 6/30/24, it should say.
Yes, thank you.
They did work it. Middle school nurse Christina Ryder. And then, can we do them all together?
Yeah.
Okay. Mount Vernon Physical Education, Mary Jo Hodgkin.
I move we accept the resignations of middle school nurse Krista Ryder and Mount Vernon phys ed teacher Mary Jo Hodgkin, effective 6/30/2024.
Second.
Haven't been moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, we'll move to a vote.
Wendy?
Yes.
Kristen?
Yes.
David G?
Yes.
Annie?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Patricia?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Sean?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
David T?
Yes.
Abigail?
Yes.
So again, unanimous.
All right. Moving right. Appointment of first probationary contract teachers.
I move that we approve the contract, first probationary contract teachers as presented.
Second.
Haven't been moved and seconded. Discussion?
Just so the board is aware, that's on page 9 or page 32 of your packet if you want to see all of the names and positions. And we do have a couple of the people in the audience with us here tonight.
All right. Well, if you're here, you came. If you want to stand up and just say your name, that would be great. You don't have to.
Thank you.
Diane, I don't know if anybody else is online. Nobody else is online.
Okay. They want it?
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
No, okay.
I just want to say, I did go through these and I was very impressed with the applicant pool and, where people had done, so it's exciting. All right, seeing no more discussion and we'll move along to a vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T. Oh, did we lose him? Oh, we lost David, okay. Abigail then.
Yes.
So passes unanimously as well.
All right, perfect. Acceptance of donations.
I move the acceptance of donations.
Second.
All right, have been moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, we'll move to a vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T. Oh, he's gone. Or is he back? He's back.
Yes. No, I'm back. Yes.
Thank you, Dave. Abigail
Yes.
passes unanimously.
All right, moving right along, policy second readings, KF, use of school facilities, KI, visitors to schools. We need a motion to,
Motion to approve policies KF and KI as read.
Second.
have been moved in second, discussion?
I have one thing, Sean.
Go ahead, Leslie.
On KF, I'm just curious whether the titles that are cited in the policy are still accurate titles. Is Director of Student Services still the title, active title?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
It was just in question recently, I wasn't sure, so I wanted to check
Tyler,
now.
go ahead, sir.
So, question on E, the addition for E. If, like, say we had a vendor come to school and they wanted to record what they're presenting, are they able to do that under that policy?
Yes,
They just
yes.
can't turn it at the
Right,
student? Okay.
exactly. Yep, yep.
Great questions. Any other questions? All right, I'll call for a vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
got him, and Abigail.
Yes.
Both passed unanimously.
All right, policy IKF, vote on amendment recommended by the policy committee. Need a motion?
Move to approve amendment to policy IKF as read.
Second.
Have been moved in second, discussion?
And just quickly, what's this all about?
Yeah, I was a little confused, so I was gonna ask, and I just didn't have a chance to email, so.
I don't want to put Wendy on the spot, but I just looked at Wendy because her and I talked about this quite a bit. So Wendy, you fill me in if I misspeak on
All right,
anything,
how
okay?
about that?
So the state of Maine during COVID allowed a diploma, what's called a state of Maine diploma, which you have to earn your minimum requirements, which is 16 credits. And all of those credits have to be taken at the school you attend. But for whatever reason, you're not going to make the 24 credits that Maranacook normally has. So a lot of these students have challenges through COVID. It was, again, put in place through COVID as kind of a safety net for students. The difference, our policy currently states that you have to have met the graduation requirements for Maranacook in order to march. In talking with Michelle and a couple other people at the high school, they have to take our classes. There are students. We really don't want to see them excluded from marching. So some of them want to march and some of them don't want to march, which again is totally fine. But we do need a policy exception in order to do that. So we'll hope you guys will do it retroactively because we had 2 students march yesterday, as a matter of fact, that are getting a state of Maine diploma. So it is noted on their transcripts that they're getting a state of Maine diploma on their transcripts. So when they send that out to wherever they're sending it to, it is noted that way. Again, this is temporary. It's only lasts for a couple of years. The last time we can use that, or students can use it, is graduation 2026. So in talking with the policy committee, they were all kind of unanimous in terms of wanting to support students who are our students and let them march with their classmates.
Yeah.
Very good.
And Jay did call me, but I feel like it was a long time ago about this and said, what do you think? And I said, I think this is what we should do. I think the students should be allowed to march, and I think we should put something in writing so that our policies don't get followed. You know, you let one thing go without being voted on, then you may let the next thing, and then what's the use of policies? So that's why it's all here.
Right,
I remember now. It seemed like a long time ago. So any more discussion on this? And great to hear that 2 students did get to march. That's something you never get back, so.
We have the record show that it is retroactive.
Yes,
today.
yes.
Yeah, all right, yeah, and we'll make sure that it is retroactive. We'll make sure that's, yep, perfect. All right, we'll take a vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
yes,
and Abigail.
Yes.
So it passes unanimously.
Alrighty, moving right along. Acceptance of bid to provide services to prepare Maine DOE major capital school construction application, Oak Point Associates.
I move to acceptance of bid to provide services to prepare Maine DOE major capital school construction application to Oak Point Associates as read.
Second?
Alright, having been moved and seconded, discussion?
Is it okay if I'll give you guys a little more context, if that's okay? So this is the first step. We're getting all of our schools evaluated using Oak Point, and we'll also submit an application for each school with the state of Maine as a first step to look at needed repairs. Remember, this is a first step in the process. The applications are due August 30th, and we have to put in an application for each single school to be considered. The state will then take those applications and rank order all of them, and release that about a year from now. So I'm gonna guess somewhere next summerish, that list will come out, and we'll see where we rank, and then we can obviously make decisions based on that after we see where we rank. In March 28, 2018, Oak Point did give us, did do a major go-through of all schools and buildings. So they're going to come and do an update of this. I'm working with them right now. I told them pending your approval, we would be actually inviting them in over the summer using this document, updating this document, et cetera, to do that. And Oak Point has an estimated cost of that to about, right now it's $6,000 per school. We asked them to give us an estimate. Obviously, it'll be a little more in the bigger schools, but a whole lot less in the smaller schools. But we needed an estimate in order to be able to move forward with this. So we've got a total from Oak Point at this point of $41,500. But I'm not thinking we're going to spend all of that just because of the size of our schools. And again, we've got a big chunk of this already done, which is really nice too. When they had done this, they did an immediate need, they did a 1 to 3 year need, and then they did a 3 to 5, and then a 5 to 10. As you can see, we are entering the 5 to 10 range. So that's why they'll give us an update with this, and we'll be using this heavily in the construction application. So that's what's going on. They had to submit our request for qualifications to show that they were able to do this. So we're numbers 8 through 13 on their list right now with all of our schools. So this is going on across the state. So I know there's some hands. I'll turn it back over to you, Sean.
Yeah. So you know, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, go ahead.
So there's new construction, I mean, this is planning for new construction?
Yes.
One new construction?
Well, that's what the list will tell us.
Okay.
They typically, last round, they knocked off about 20 schools on that list last round, but that wasn't 20 new projects. Some of them consolidated, some of them actually dropped off the list, but they addressed about 20 schools last time. So again, our elementary schools really need some attention. We have some very old buildings there. So it's towards that. But again, this is a long process. This is just one step in the process to kind of see where we are and if it's even an option. Mandy and I had been talking earlier this year about putting an article in next year's budget. Some of you guys heard that, to start to build a capital reserve fund for this very reason. Because if we're way down on the list, that says to us, well, we've got to look at things differently, and how are we going to address the needs in our building? So I just want to say clearly, so again, kind of what Sean says, it's on the record, we're not looking to consolidate anything or close anything. This is just to see what we have and where we stand stacked up with the rest of the state. Does that help, Pat?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler?
A, do you have a digital copy of that?
Yes, I have several copies of this.
Digital.
So, yes, I have to ask them for it, but they said they would give it to me, so I will send it on. How about I just plan on sending it to all the board, and whoever wants to look at it certainly can.
And then 2, what is the age of our oldest elementary school?
Oh, boys, I would have to have Sean here. Yeah, I think it's
52.
Manchester, yeah. 1952.
Oh, 1952.
So, yeah. I just have a couple things. I mean, I'm fine with approving, but could we get somebody from Oak Point to come? I remember when this was done in
Absolutely, yes.
2018.
Yes.
And no one, I mean, I'm not blaming anyone. Someone from Oak Point didn't come till the end, and I remember that meeting, and there was a lot of contention because people on the board at that time, I was here,
Hi
thought.
there, reservation number 324-79178.
Oh, whoops, David's not.
David, could you repeat that?
I think he was, I think he was on the call. Yeah, he meant to be on. So I just don't want that to happen again. I remember that kind of felt bad for the guy because people on the board thought that they were going to be providing certain information.
Yeah.
And there was some miscommunication, not blaming anybody, and I remember that very well.
Absolutely.
And, we want to make sure we're getting what the board needs. And then the other thing with consolidation, I don't know what the rules are this time, but I want to be very clear. I know I was involved in a project in somewhere else, and before they would even consider, there had to be a certain number of students in that building. And if you weren't, you're off the list. I haven't looked as of late, but I know as a few years ago in a different role I had, that they don't build schools for 50 kids anymore.
Right.
So just be prepared for that. I know Jay said we're not consolidating, but that was in 2020.
Right.
I know that to be fact.
Yeah.
Is this also the right time to just ask? I know there was gonna be a task force that was gonna be put together and such, like, is this the appropriate time just to ask, like, what the movement might be on that board?
Yeah, Jay and I have got to get together and
Okay.
talk that through. We're getting through budget season. And
Naturally.
That's next.
Yep.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I don't want it to be lost on just anybody either out
No,
there, that
it's
if
not
they
gonna
wanna
be
be a part
lost.
of it too, be thinking
Yeah,
about that.
we will have an email and all that. We just
Yeah.
got to get together. So no, it'd be great for somebody at Oak Point to come. I just want everyone on the same page.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think, Brian, go ahead.
I'd say if you had that 2018 report, it'd be good to just put it right on the website. So this is gonna, like you said last time, 2018 was contentious. It's nothing like just putting it all out there so folks can see it and come up with their own opinions or ideas or thoughts, and that'll be easier than somebody saying, well, we never got a chance to see the 2018, or it comes out late and then getting people riled up. They'll be bored if they see it right off.
Yeah.
Be good if there's a landing page for this, all
Yeah.
separate from other
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
I'm sure Diane could crush that.
No, I have no doubt.
She's already on it.
Thanks, Diane. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
One final,
Go ahead.
when did we expect Oak Point to have a document back to us as initial?
So I'm working with Oak Point right now. We're trying to get them here in June or right after the July 4th holiday. We have to submit documentation to the state by August 30th, so there's a really tight turnaround. I expect by mid-August to have everything together so that we can get it in, not at the 11th hour. I'd like to be ahead of the curve a little bit if I could. So we will be scheduling a special meeting, and that probably makes sense that we invite Oak Point right at that special meeting to be here, so.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Look forward to it. Yeah, we need a vote.
All righty. Wendy?
Yes.
Kristen?
Yeah.
David G?
Yes.
Annie?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Patricia?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Sean?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
And David T? Is he there? David, can you hear us?
I was still muted, sorry, yes.
Thank you, David. And Abigail?
Yes.
So passes unanimously.
Unanimous. All right. Now consideration of an overnight trip to Little Deer Isle. 6/9 to 6/10, middle school advisory day out activity. I wish I was at Little Deer Isle right now. So need a motion.
I move that we approve the overnight trip to Little Deer Isle, 6/9
Second.
to 6/10.
Haven't been moved in second. Any questions, discussion? All right, we'll move to a vote.
Okay, Tyler, or excuse me, Wendy, not Tyler.
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yeah.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
and Abigail.
Yes.
Again, passes unanimously.
Hope they have a fun time. All right, now we're gonna go into an executive.
Oh, do you want to do J?
Oh, yeah, Jay. Yeah, I forgot. I just put Jay.
So Mr. Sirois can help me out with this. I'll speak first, and then if you need to fill in, please feel free to do so. Hold on, I just have to find my emails. So as the UA at the middle school, think PE, art, music, and health, their schedule is changing, so they've had a smaller chunk of time. They're going to be having basically doubling the time there with students, so obviously they need some supplies to go along with that. Given where we are in the year and how money is kind of encumbered, I guess is the way I would say that, we were able to get them $500 each to take care of kind of immediate needs when they start the school year. They could get them ordered now. If they ordered now, we could get the materials now because again, it's the end, we close June 30th, so like we need to have all our invoices in, all that kind of stuff. Then in the meantime, and I know they've already submitted it to Principal Sirois, they put together a list of things that they need. A lot of them are actually meeting over the summer as well, so they're gonna finalize that list. And then in the fall, they will sit with Mr. Sirois and Mandy Fitzgerald, our business director, to be able to kind of tease through that list and figure out what needs to be ordered immediately so that they have what they need through the course of the year, and then what things can wait until for another budget cycle. But they're already working on it and they've already submitted documentation. Rick, have I forgotten anything? Is that pretty much it? Yeah. So.
Awesome. So no one's going out with supplies. That's
No.
there can be clear. So
Yes.
I appreciate that.
No, we were all on the same page as far as we knew they were doubling time. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to give them that 500. Take care of your immediate needs that you know you're going to need right at the beginning of the year, and then we'll kind of plug away and get the other stuff for you as we get into the next budget cycle. So, yeah, don't know how that rumor started, but it's all positive.
It's good stuff.
I could, just a quick, what kind of stuff? I mean,
Do you mind?
What
I
kind
know
of
Rick's
items?
got the list, yeah.
To answer your question, Brian, there's just some immediate needs that, due to the timing, like Superintendent Charette said, we weren't able to build into this ensuing year's budget. Examples would include additional materials for gym. We are making larger classes now. So where we might have, I don't have the number exactly, but where we might have, say, 12 floor hockey sticks, we're going to have class sizes of over 20 now, so we need to round out that equipment. Also, another example that I think is really easy to understand is in the art room, they're going to need more drying racks for additional clay sculptures that are going to be built and that kind of thing. So it really is due to just larger class sizes and the need for some more materials and storage.
and this is just a result of the little consolidation we did in the middle school? Is that-
Exactly, yeah, it's a part of the restructure, and if we're offering our students double the UA time, we're going from 9 to 18 weeks for each of those. Class sizes are naturally going to be bigger.
Is there a precedent on where you just put out a request on something and just say you want to buy art supplies or something for the class? I mean, is that something the community can help with, or?
Oh, absolutely.
Not so much?
Yeah, I would say that I would work with Principal Sirois and that art
Okay.
teacher if that's the case. But I do want to stress, like, we've got this right now. What they're asking for is very reasonable. It just, we need to go kind of be a little creative in order to get that. because it wasn't, at budget time wasn't thought of, but
So I'll
we're gonna
buy,
take
I'll
care
buy
of it.
some hockey sticks.
Yeah.
if you need 'em.
I have a
Happy-
12-year-old who
happy to
is
do it.
pumped to double gym time.
You know, the squares and wheels?
Yes.
So no, this is exciting, so.
Thank you, Principal Sarois.
All right, any other questions on that? All right, now we're gonna go into executive session to consider administrative evaluations pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056A for principals Michelle Hood, Jeanette Jacobs, Michelle LaForge, Rick C. Royce, assistant principal Cal Dorman, student service director Brant Remy. Second motion. Second, I made the motion. I usually don't do that. All right, been moved and seconded, a vote please.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
and Abigail.
Yes.
All right, we are now in executive session. By unanimous vote, we'll move over to the band room again.
Okay.
Are you lonely, Diane? Yes, I meant to do it today, but I didn't have time. I'll do it tomorrow.
It doesn't take long, actually. You did really well with that. It took me less than 10 minutes.
All right, so the first thing we need to do for action.
We good?
Okay, we good?
Yep.
So the first action item we need to act upon is,
I move that
The
we
administratives.
approve the evaluations as presented by super.
oops,
I move that we approve the evaluations.
Hello? Okay. I move to approve the evaluations as presented by Superintendent Charette.
haven't been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Yeah, well, I just on the record want to thank them for all they do for our district, and it's greatly appreciated. So on that, I know that I can say that on behalf of the board. So on that, we'll call for a vote. Yeah, we can, sorry, we can, yep. All those in, well, I forget David's not here. All those in favor? Unanimous, so great work. All right, so then the next one, we need to approve the support staff contract. Take a motion to do that?
I move that we approve the support staff and professional staff contracts as presented.
Haven't been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote since we're not on Zoom. All those in favor? There we go, unanimous.
Move to adjourn?
No, we have one more. We need to approve the professional staff.
No, we did it both.
Oh, we did it both? Okay, we did, sorry. I didn't hear them say. All right, any questions?
Who's voting?
All right, move to adjourn.
Second.